Hello everyone, and welcome to our live stream Friday here on Facebook. I'm really excited to share with you all the amazing benefits of Fenugreek for not only your health but also for your hair that is formulated in every single one of Save Me From's products. So thank you so much for joining. I'm really excited to share with you today the health benefits as well as hair benefits of our patent pending Fenugen technology, but also that really comes from our encapsulated Fenugreek that we source fair trade from cities near the Blue City in India. So super excited for you to join us here in today's video. We originally started off live with a hairstyling tutorial on Amazon and then continued that into YouTube, where we talked about which of the formulas that is damage specific is going to really help with your hair. So I'm excited. We've got all of our best friends here in today's video, which I will be going into some details about every single one of the benefits of the products. But really today we're going to talk about mostly the benefits of the health benefits of Fenugreek, which is this amazing seed here, as you can see. If I can kind of get this a little bit more. This is one of the oldest medicinally used plants with roots back in traditional India as well as Chinese systems of medicine. It's a plant that is native to the Western Asia as well as Mediterranean here as well. And the actual leaf is kind of green, kind of almost like a clover. It has oblong leaves that can be consumed either fresh or dried as well. So really excited to share with you just those benefits of Fenugreek because this is really what is going to nourish and really strengthen your hair. It is incredible, the benefits of Fenugreek. And if you haven't actually learned or researched about Fenugreek, I highly recommend for you to research really the benefits of Fenugreek for the hair. As that is actually really what is our patent pending. We have an eco encapsulation of Fenugreek, so it's incredibly potent and pure and very, very much performance driven. You will see results after 3 overnight treatments. Our clinical studies have shown for each and every single one of these products, you will see results. You will see the hair repair in your hair. Trust me, I have never used a product that has actually done anything for my hair except for these. And I have to say that each and every single one of these formulas is a staple in my own routine. And these are all targeting various sources of damage. So you want to be making sure that you are targeting those areas of damage that you're seeing in your hair. Do you chemically color treat your hair? Because you're going to be missing a lot of proteins that really make your hair strong and nourished, and especially too with your scalp. Your hair is going to be really prone to breakage, and that is going to reduce the amount of hair. It's going to reduce the overall thickness, the appearance of really thickness and health in your hair. We also have thermal obsession, and that is really going to restore and not only moisturize your hair but protect your hair against heat damage from those hot tools that really can cause some breakage, as well as reducing the moisture in your hair. So this is a very vitalizing treatment. As well as we have sun and sweat, which is really, really critical for those of you who may be active. You're out in the sun a lot and you're also sweating a lot. Sweating and the hair especially can cause some glycation, and so then that actually can make your hair incredibly stiff, prone to tangles, which therefore can cause breakage and then reduce the amount of hair and abundance of hair on your head. And we want to be making sure that we are reducing any breakage whatsoever. We also do have a clarifying treatment, and you may not think you need a clarifying treatment, especially if you color treat your hair, but this is such a gentle treatment that I have to say that is a critical thing to have in your routine at least just once a month because of the fact that silicones in a lot of our hair care products are very hard to, and I should mention we have no silicones in our products, but they're very hard to avoid, especially in shampoos and conditioners. And those can actually, some silicones can build up onto your hair and cause some severe coating that will actually not make these ingredients, these really beneficial nutrient-dense ingredients, to penetrate the hair. And so if you guys have any questions about really Fenugreek in general, please shoot them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But that is going to rejuvenate and really revitalize that really limp and lifeless and product buildup, oil buildup on the scalp as well. We also here have pollution assault, and this really is someone for if you live in the city and you are exposed to a lot of free radical damage on a daily basis, I highly recommend you use this. Not only is it an amazing in-styling type of curls, I actually did my curls in a video on Amazon if you're curious to learn more about how you can use these as styling treatments that not only work to style your hair, make your hair super shiny and silky and soft, but this is going to also prevent against that free radical damage that clings onto your hair. It's inescapable, and especially too when it eats away at the hair shaft, then your hair is incredibly compromised, and we don't want that. So we also have one of our most popular sellers is age acceleration. This is our most volumizing and thickening formula, especially if you're someone who's going through a lot of hormone changes and menopause, or even just getting older. Our hair starts to thin as a result, and we definitely do not want to have our hair end up kind of breaking off because of the fact that it's very thin and vulnerable and very fine to breakage. So I highly recommend this. This is one of our best sellers and incredibly potent. All of these formulas are almost just the product you need in your life. Like, they are up to five times more potent than your typical hair conditioning treatment. Not only that, but we have incredible technology and science behind every single one of these formulas that are completely backed by clinical studies and trials. So let's go ahead and get into the benefits of Fenugreek, because I've been talking a little bit more about our products, and if you're curious, drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But Fenugreek leaves are incredibly popular in especially like Indian and Asian cultures for cooking, as well as some type of alternative forms of medicine. And Ayurvedic Fenugreek is commonly used not only as like a spice, but also really to curb any sort of health adverse side effects. There's a lot of health benefits, so you'll see a lot of Fenugreek in either like a tea format or pills. We encapsulated Fenugreek in our hair products because we know how beneficial it is to hair, and I'll get into the topic a little bit more about why it's so beneficial for hair. But women in India have really strong, healthy, shiny hair as a result of using Fenugreek seeds in their hair and also scalp. So it's incredibly nourishing and really, really potent formulation that not only includes the encapsulated Fenugreek, but also skin-worthy actives. So if you're someone who really works on your skin and you're really trying to target and combat some of those adverse effects of aging, you want to be doing the same thing with your hair. Now, I understand that skin is something that is, it's more about your appearance, but hair is one of our biggest accessories. I have to say, it is a symbol of yourself and just an expression of yourself. It's one of the first things that someone notices about you, and so don't you want your hair to be incredibly healthy, strong, shiny, and nourished? You want to be making sure that you're using products that are working to revitalize your hair and really nourish your hair and actually do something, not just coating your hair so it has the nice aesthetic that it's pretending to be healthier than it really is. So let's get into the topic of really, all of the different benefits, health benefits of Fenugreek, because one thing I do want to mention as well is that it's commonly used in a lot of spices. So you'll see it commonly used in curry and those kinds of ingredients as well. And actually, what's really interesting is that Fenugreek has this really beautiful, like, warm maple aroma that's just underlying, and it's actually incredibly, it comes through in every single one of our products because we have this incredible encapsulation with the Fenugreek that it's incredibly potent. So if you were just to apply these seeds to your hair, you'll get some benefits, but you would never get the benefits that you do with this. This is science and technology that really work precisely to combat, or to really get all of those really enriched type of beneficial ingredients for your hair and really nourish and work through revitalizing and replenishing your hair. So excited about kind of talking a little bit more about the scent and really how that has a benefit really in our products. So I actually love it. I think it smells like fall, and if you like pumpkin spice and you like maple and fall scents, then you're going to love these products. So when I mentioned that because of this sweet, like maple-like smell, Fenugreek is actually most commonly used. It's an additive to a lot of maple imitation syrups, as well as candles, ice cream and beverages, soaps, and cosmetics as well. So if you are someone who likes maple, you're most likely going to have some type of trace of fenugreek extract, but not into the potency and purity that we do here in our formulations. So here I'm going to talk now about the health benefits of fenugreek that have been shown. There is, a lot of research on the health benefits of fenugreek, and there is a lot of research on the benefits not only for the health but for the hair. And so with that, there is a reduction in the risk of those people who consume fenugreek on a daily basis, whether that's in their food or they drink fenugreek tea or they also take supplements as well. This really helps reduce the risk of diabetes. And also for women who are also breastfeeding, it's commonly used to stimulate breast milk production as well. Practitioners in traditional Asian medicine have long recommended fenugreek for this exact purpose. And actually what's so interesting as well is that it helps improve weight loss. Fenugreek actually suppresses the appetite, and it has a really rich fiber content. So then that actually makes you feel a lot more full. We've heard that about like oats and that kind of thing. The same thing goes with fenugreek as well, and these are commonly found in like curry, and so in a lot of like Indian cuisine. And so it does kind of have that like high fibrous content that is really revitalizing to hair, but also helps you feel full. And due to the high level of antioxidants in fenugreek, there's a substantial amount of antioxidants. It actually helps reduce inflammation in the body, so it's a great inflammatory agent as well, while also reducing the risk of heart and blood pressure conditions as well. Fenugreek may help to regulate cholesterol levels as well as improve blood pressure, which can all reduce the risk of heart conditions, as well as improving heart health. So it's incredibly antioxidant rich. There's so many different compounds and minerals in fenugreek that make it just so incredibly helpful for not only health of your body, but also for the hair. One last thing I want to talk about is that fenugreek has been long used as a pain relief, especially like in traditional systems of medicine, so in the Ayurveda in India, or as well as like traditional Chinese medicine as well. We want to be making sure, that we are able to use some more natural type of pain relievers, especially too, and this is a very natural, potent form of pain relief. And then this actually, there's a compound in it, these alkaloids. It's in the herb, and this helps really block that sensory receptor that allows the brain to perceive pain. So that's incredible, especially if you're someone who's more on the holistic side of medicine and wellness. This is a really great ingredient to incorporate for your health. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I would love to answer them in real time. Thank you all for joining and taking the time out of your day to join us here so we can talk about the health benefits of fenugreek. But another really great thing I want to talk about is because Save Me From has got these eco-encapsulated fenugreek. We have Fenugen technology formulated in every single one of these products. So we took a very complex eco-extraction method, taking the beneficial properties of fenugreek and implementing them in each and every single one of these formulas. And we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're someone who is a little hesitant about trying them because our products are highly concentrated, so the price reflects this concentrated form. Sorry. So our price is, highly developed on the fact that this is a very luxurious, potent, clinically proven formulation that really works to revitalize the hair as well as nourish the scalp. And this will actually help promote, and may help promote, stronger hair and hair growth. So if you're someone who's been looking for an alternative to Rogaine, which is an FDA approved hair growth system, but you're looking to counter some of maybe those drying effects of Rogaine, because there is alcohol as like the kind of solvent in with the ingredients in Rogaine to help increase blood flow and hair growth. But fenugreek as well really works to nourish and really promote an optimal environment for hair to grow. So a lot of claims that we've seen from our customers, especially for those who may be going through chemotherapy and they've lost their hair. Our founder, she experienced the same when she was going through breast cancer during chemotherapy, lost her hair, and this really has helped like promote her hair growth, as well as we've seen a lot of customers have the same results, so that is so great to hear. And so we have to attribute that to a lot of the fenugreek with their richness in folic acid, vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin C, calcium. These are all just a mineral, just potent packed to really help promote that hair growth in the scalp and also help improve shine, the strength, the thickness, and also helps protect hair against free radicals, which we know are pollution. We see the same thing with our skin. So we want to be making sure we're doing the same thing with our hair. Fenugreeks are also, the seeds are really high in protein. So if you're someone who color treats your hair, you need an infusion of protein back into the hair to really increase the strength and the nourishment of your hair. And so since they're really high into this protein content, they're known to be very beneficial against hair fall. So if you're someone who experiences a lot of shedding and hair loss, especially whether that's due to hormones or just the thinning of our hair just naturally, or maybe you went through really stressful events, maybe you got really sick, or maybe you're just going through a lot of stress, this can have a huge effect on the phases of hair growth. And if you guys are curious about learning more about the phases of hair growth, we'd be so happy to do a video about that as well, because there are being some statements around maybe someone who has gone through a traumatic environment or a situation that they were able to see optimal hair growth because of the fact that this may help prevent against hair fall, as well as flaky scalp issues like dryness and baldness and hair thinning. It really helps in treating a variety of these issues. As well as the high protein content, there's just amino acids that really help to promote that strength, that growth, and helps maintain the necessary proteins that we need in our hair. That includes keratin, and especially when we're going through color treatments, or also we're depleting our hair with heat styling treatments that are incredibly harsh on the hair strand. We need to be replenishing those nutrients into the hair. And so I know for some of you who may be already, really used to your own hair care routine, I highly recommend for you to look into the ingredients and see really what those do for your hair, because I was someone who never really prioritizes my hair care routine until I became more familiar with Save Me From products, and there's no going back. I've decided now, just like my skincare, it's a necessity to invest in my hair, especially because I invest a lot of money into these color treatments that are incredibly harsh and deplete my hair. I need to be using a product that really restores and replenishes, and I can prolong. These full sizes are 3.4 fluid ounces, and trust me, you're like, that's interesting, because I have an 8-ounce bottle that I go through of shampoo, once a month. But these are incredibly potent. Trust me, they're so versatile. You need just a little bit. They are so potent that I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see this, but they're so rich. They're like a styling cream, and you can dilute these with a little bit of water. So I'll just show you how viscous this makes the product. And you can use it on damp hair, ideally damp hair, because that is going to really be when your cuticles are open. So as you can tell, that was a thick cream, and now it's blended into my hand, and add it here to the ends of the hair. We work our product all the way from the ends of the hair to the scalp, so that way you're able to get the most benefits on the hair that is the oldest and the most exposed to the elements. And then just tap the roots a little bit with a little bit of that product so that you get that scalp nourishment benefits as well. So we talked about the amino acids that really help restore keratin. There's also this mucilaginous fiber that's really, so when a lot of these women in India would create these pastes, they would absorb the fenugreek in water, and then the fenugreek seed expands, and then it absorbs all that water, and then they would grind that up into a paste and apply that to their hair. And although you can do that, and you will see benefits from this mucilaginous fiber, it really works to coat the hair strand. It's got all these really beneficial minerals and vitamins and antioxidants that are really going to work their way into the hair shaft, just like your skincare. You want a product that's going to work into every single layer of the hair and really reduce that, that weakening and breakage prone, dry, brittle, flat, lifeless. I could go on and on, because this product targets every single one of your hair concerns that you've ever really had, especially too if you have hair problems. That's usually a concern, and you're feeling like you don't know what to do. It's usually a sign of damage. So we need to get to the root of that damage. We need to stop damaging those damaging effects of the hair that we may have been, exposing our hair to without us even really realizing the aftermath. And so, just like our skin, if we are neglecting our skincare, we're not wearing sunscreen, we're not using targeted active ingredients that are proven and shown to really help revitalize and replenish the skin of nutrients that they really, really need, you're going to see that down the long haul. So we want to be making sure we're taking care of our hair just like we do with our skin. So these products work to deeply penetrate every single layer of the hair shaft. We have clinical studies that prove that and show the effectiveness. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's really no harm in trying a product that really can be the solution to all of your hair concerns. So in addition to this mucilaginous fiber, and women in India would grind this into a paste, apply it to their hair, and this mucilaginous fiber really would work into the hair shaft, and especially using it as an overnight treatment a few times a week or a few times a month, really helps to replenish, revitalize, restore the hair shine and its strength. And so with that, you can do a do-it-yourself product. However, they are not formulated like with science behind them. These have the proper formulations of each and every single one of Fenugreek, but also are skin-worthy actives, which I'll get into in a minute. But there's also a really potent form of lecithin, which is an emollient that really hydrates and strengthens the hair, especially at the roots and at the hair follicle. We want to be making sure the hair follicle is really where our hair is growing, so our scalp is really where we need to be targeting nourishment, because that's where our hair grows from, and we need to be incorporating that into our, just like our skincare regimen, our hair care regimen. The seeds are also really, really nourishing in the sense of moisturizing the hair, as well as bringing back the luster, the shine, and the bounce, the flexibility, and the softness of your hair. I have to say, if you're someone who's got really dry, coarse hair, or even fine, I highly recommend to check out our Age Incredible. It makes your hair so soft. Trust me. This product is my best friend, as well as thermal, of course, because I have to be protected against heat damage. But if there is a product that you really are on the fence about trying, I highly recommend to check out Age Acceleration. We do have a promotion right now on any full size of our Reboot purchase. So full size being 100 milliliters, then you will get a free mini. It's of Age Acceleration to try. So if you're someone who just wants to maybe give it a little tester, I highly recommend to pick up Chemical Conflict. Is one of the really best ones, especially if you're someone who's older or you're younger and you color treat your hair or you also bleach your hair. This is a necessity in your routine. This has made my hair so strong. I don't have hardly any breakage. When I color my hair, I used to see literally globs of hair in the drain. I don't know if you guys have been in that same situation or if that's embarrassing to admit. But yeah, I've definitely experienced some severe breakage following those chemical treatments. So highly recommend that if you're someone who's got really brittle, weak, color-treated hair, to restore the proteins in your hair with Chemical Conflict. And the smell is amazing. I love it. In addition, I do want to talk about, in addition to amazing ingredients, we have an amazing mission. Our founder, April, her sister, unfortunately, unfortunately, this whole brand was developed with the idea of, really promoting the importance of mental health, as well as advocating for suicide prevention. And so April, unfortunately, lost her sister to suicide, and founded this company with this mission in mind, to help those from suffering the same fate. And so 10% of our net income every year is donated to American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. And so we do a lot of advocacy for mental health. We also do a lot of awareness and education through suicide prevention. Our founder is QPR certified, which is question, persuade, refer training for someone who may be at risk. And so we're really using our platform to have a voice for those, especially on a taboo topic as such of suicide prevention. We really want to be making sure that we are touching on those topics that are not really heavily addressed in the beauty industry. So pick up a full-size product and you will receive age acceleration for free. Just use code BOO at checkout, as well as free shipping and 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, so we left off really talking about all of the really rich and beneficial ingredients of Fenugreek for hair. So I want to also talk about just all of the really unique ingredients and properties of every single one of these formulations from Save Me From here. These are tip to root hair reboots. And we say this because not only do we have the encapsulated Fenugreek, but we also have a bond reboot, and that is our patent pending skin-worthy type of active ingredient. So we are combining skincare actives that you commonly use, like hyaluronic acid. We have caffeine as well, which really helps to stimulate the scalp. And you know how you use that for your under eyes to really stimulate and really brighten up your under eyes. So we want to be making sure that we are targeting our hair care just like we do with our skincare, replenishing, restoring all those nutrients that our hair is deprived of, especially when we're heat styling, we're chemically treating, we're getting older and our hormones are, our hair's thinning as a result and getting finer, and you're maybe experiencing some alopecia, like some, kind of hair loss that you've never had before, and you're looking for a solution that's beyond Rogaine and something that's a more natural alternative. This is it. So I just mentioned about how we have caffeine, which really helps improve the scalp energy as well as circulation. We also have creatine, which is like a bond builder, especially too. You want to be building in the proteins that your hair is deeply missing, especially when we are color treating our hair. This really helps to prevent against breakage, make your hair stronger, more resistant to that breakage. It also helps smooth the cuticles, so your hair cuticle lies flat. Have you ever noticed that your hair can be really dry and really frizzy as a result? Well, actually this Fenugreek, really this mucilaginous fiber in Fenugreek really works to repair any of those cracks in the cuticle or even like in the split ends, and then it really works to mend and heal and nourish, target those various areas of that damage that your hair so greatly needs. And since I see a lot of you on the stream, we will go more into talking about all of the unique formulations of each and every single one of these products. But I do want to talk about, we also have panphenols, which is a skin-worthy active ingredient as well. And this is really known to be in a very emollient, conditioning type of ingredient, especially for your hair, and really offers that smoothing and moisturizing effect. We also have silkworm proteins in here, which really provide this protection and bond building, the strength, as well as improvement in the manageability of your hair. So if you're someone who has really rebellious hair that has a mind of its own, this really helps to make your hair really silky and soft and smooth. So incredible. So we'll go over each and every single one of these formulas, who it's best for, and really excited to share with you just the potency and the performance behind our clinical studies here. So we have age acceleration, which here I'll kind of show you here how thick and potent this formula is. As you can see here, it's kind of got a really beautiful kind of whipped texture to it, and this is going to really work to soften some of those unruly hairs. I don't know if you guys can see here some of the formula and see how potent that is. It also has a gorgeous reflect that increases the shine in your hair. We also do have, so this is one for someone who might be having some finer hair as a result of, or just aging and thinning. This is going to really work to, work to really make your hair not so rebellious. And yes, I don't know of you, but I have really rebellious hairs, especially the hairs that are growing in and they are just so unruly and unmanageable. So this will tame those rebellious hairs. And we also do have, so like I just mentioned about all these like really nourishing, rich ingredients in every single one of our Save Me From's formulations, we also have them protected in airless packaging. So just like our skincare, right, we want to avoid products that are going to be exposed to light or air that really will work to actually degrade the ingredients and their potency. And so you will have potent, pure performance in every single one of these products until the last pump. So we have just this amazing, it's also portion controlled here as well. And so this is incredible. So you will see just some amazing benefits of each and every single one of these being portion controlled. And such a thick formula, so luxurious. So I'm just going to take this on the ends of our hair. Okay, so then we have pollution salt. This is what I use to achieve these effortless beachy waves today. And this is one of my most favorite. Well, I have to say, just a heads up, every single one of these formulas is my favorite. But look at this gorgeous texture. You can see here, it has this just beautiful blue whipped effect that is just so stunning. And you will definitely see, so a lot of these styling treatments use a lot of these sea salt sprays that are incredibly harsh on the hair and actually will deplete the hair of its moisture. So we want to be making sure that we are using pollution as salt for that incredible shine. And I don't think I showed you our product overload, but it's a little bit difficult to show in just the bottle. But this has got activated charcoal as well as clay in the formula as well. So this is going to really work to detoxify as well as just give hair. If you're a gentleman watching the stream, this one's for you. Not only does it detoxify, but it also texturizes your hair for more of that thickening, fuller, volumizing effect. And same here, I have to say, age acceleration. If you're someone who is looking for an in-styling treatment, but also is going to really help target and nourish the scalp for that optimal hair growth, I highly recommend to check out our age acceleration formula. And we also have here Sun and Sweat. This really works to make your hair incredibly soft and bouncy. I love using this in our curls. Especially if you're someone who's super active and in the sun all day, this is the formula for you. And especially too if you are someone who's out in the water a lot, chlorine pools, or even live in an environment where there's a lot of hard water deposits, we want to be making sure that we are using something that's going to revitalize our hair that's a little bit lackluster. We also have here, we have Thermal Obsession as well. This one is a dual use action treatment that's also going to work to combat heat damage, but also heat damage from styling without protectants. And then this has got this really energizing citrus smell as well, and it's so incredibly potent and really helps target that dry hair and scalp. And then last but not least, we have here Chemical Conflict. And this is a very, very nice bond building, especially if you are someone who goes through a lot of chemical treatments. And like I mentioned earlier, you really need this. You need to be infusing the proteins back into your hair, especially after going through those harsh chemical and bleach treatments that really deplete and make your hair really weak and prone to breakage. So I am going to end the stream because we have to hop over to Instagram, and we will be discussing product overload and who this will benefit. If you are curious to learn more about product overload, this is our clarifying treatment that really works to detoxify and remove oil and grease buildup that's in the scalp, but also from product and styling products and silicone buildup. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for saying my hair is so silky. I really appreciate that. Thanks to Save Me From, I have silky, shiny, healthy hair again. So thank you so much for everyone who tuned into the live stream today. Check out our live stream Fridays every week. You can certainly subscribe to our email list at savemefrom.com. So in that way you're alerted of all the topics and to tune in and the times to tune in and what platforms. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you next week on our next live stream. Thank you.